My name is Player One, your hostess with the mostest, and today we have a monotype singles battle of Meve versus Lutra. Each player is allowed 6 Pokemon in the singles format, and they must all abide by one single typing at the very least. So it looks like getting started here, Meve has chosen the normal typing, while Lutra has chosen fighting. Leaf sends out Ursaluna Blood Moon, the legendary Ubers Pokemon, versus Zamazenta, the fighting Pokemon. Gets the round started with a Brick Break, and it is immune. It turns out that that was an illusion. It appears to have been Zoroark all along, who goes down with a Crunch. Lutra takes an early lead. Meve sends out a Ditto up next, who copies the Zamazenta. 2 times defense. He hits him with a Play Rough. Didn't quite get the KO. Zamazenta uses his own Play Rough. 42% down, and Zamazenta goes down. It is now tied up here. Each player 1 Pokemon down. Lutra sends out his Sneasler, who uses Fake Out Normal Gem to get that Unburden boost. Acrobatics almost kills it with Acrobatics. Not quite. Another one should take it down, but Meve does change out to what's that guy's name? Cyclizar? And then Sneasler does take down that Cyclizar, the dragon Pokemon, that normal dragon. Meve sends out DITTO, who's known for being quite the tank. He uses a Trick Room. Now Sneasler's at a significant disadvantage because that Unburden actually works backwards on him. Kills him with a Psychic. Lutra uses an Okie Doggy. If I'm saying that correctly, that's the new Pokemon from the SV DLC, who goes down quickly with a Psychic. And DD uses Psychic again. Ooh, man, this is tough. One-hitting those Pokemon. And it looks like Lutra doesn't seem to know that Psychic Terrain makes you immune to priority moves, so down goes that Electric Mouse. Incoming Breloom, who does get the Spore off. Trick Room has worn out, that's why he was able to go first. And then Mousehold comes out. And Bullet Seed, 29, 33, 31, only hitting 3 times, not quite getting the KO, and Population Bomb should finish out the game. Should kill, yeah, there he goes. Looks like Meve has taken this battle. GG.
I've been recovering for about a month, and it still hurts. Everything still hurts. 3 years. 3 years of this championship being the greatest prize in esports, and now it's ruined. It is scratched. Thruxie, Lutra, you have desecrated this championship. In this great sport by attacking me and Dawn Pokemon. And now you sit here and punish both of us. Mock both of us. For what? What's your angle, Thruxie? To make yourself and Lutra the most feared duo in the history of competitive Pokemon. Well, you haven't scared me. Not by a long shot. So long as I'm still the #1 Pokemon trainer in the world, I won't be afraid of somebody using underhanded tactics to succeed. So, let me put out an offer. Dawn needs to win 1 battle with that Ditto team to gain freedom. Correct? Then that means a multi-battle also counts. Dawn and myself versus you and Lutra, Thruxy. If we win, Don goes free. But win or loss, I look forward to seeing Lutra for this championship so we can finally end this.
It's battle time here in the UPF, and we have a great matchup here for you in Pokemon Showdown. We have a 6v6 exhibition battle between Kick Rocks and the UPF World Champion Marc Cameron. Now, the title is not on the line in this battle. This is just Marc Cameron wanting to get some reps since becoming champion, and losing his battle against Thruxy. He feels as though he's gotten a little rusty since getting the championship, since he only wanted to put the championship on the line in all of his battles, but this is different. So, Pokemon Showdown 6v6, Kick Rocks versus Marc Cameron. We have Garchomp out for Marc and Ninetales out for Kick Rocks. Marc immediately switches out to Saberledge, wanting that type advantage, but an Aurora Veil comes out for Ninetales, getting that protection from any and all attacks. Saberledge gets a Sword Dance off, hoping to counteract that Aurora Veil. And Encore, making it so Saberledge can only use Swords Dance, but it looks like Marc Cameron was planning a Swords Dance that entire time. Kingambit in for Kick Rocks now, and now that Encore is kind of turning against Marc, as he could not respond with a Fire type move. So Saberledge uses the Fire Terra type and gets off another Encore. Kowtow Cleave coming in from Kingambit. Encore has now ended, and Saberledge is left open, and that Sucker Punch will take it down. So Marc Cameron now down 5-2-6. Garchomp in for Marc. Salamence switched in by Kick Rocks. Stealth Rock coming up from Garchomp. And Spike setting up all the hazards right now. Draco Meteor takes it down in one hit. Marc Cameron is now in a dire situation, down 4-6. Iron Valiant now in, getting that type advantage. Thunderbolt. But Salamence pulls out the Air Slash, almost taking it down entirely. Garganacl in for Marc Cameron. More type advantage. Kingambit in for Kick Rocks. And Marc switches out to Dondozo, able to take many hits from that Kingambit, such as that Iron Head right there. And Empoleon is in for Kick Rocks. These hazards are a little bit of an issue for Kick Rocks, but not too much. Liquidation coming up from Dondozo, doing a little bit of damage, but that Yawn could be a little bit of a problem for Dondozo, not able to make many moves. But that Earthquake almost took out Empoleon. Scissoring for Marc Cameron. Might be able to deal the final hit, and yes, he does. Takes Empoleon out, and now Marc has some momentum going into the rest of this battle. Salamence taking a lot of damage from those rocks. Dondozo back in. And that Flamethrower not going to get much off. That Dondozo is a huge wall, a huge tank for Marc. And ooh, but that Draco Meteor does take it out. I am eating my words as I call that Dondozo a tank. Garganacl is back in. Another wall for Marc. Eats up that Draco Meteor, especially with the stat drop from Salamence. Salt Cure should take out Salamence next turn. And yes, it does. Sorry, not next turn, that same turn. Ninetales in. Take some hefty damage from those hazards. They're proving very crucial for Marc right now. Aurora Veil back out. Salt Cure onto Ninetales. Ooh, but it switches out thanks to that eject button. Quick Evolve is now in. And Marc in a precarious situation against that Quick Evolve, as he has the type advantage. Salt Cure coming out, hoping that he can chip away and survive enough to where that Salt Cure can take out the opponent. But that Aqua Step takes it out in one hit, and the speed boost and the Moxie is going to be a huge problem for Marc for the rest of this battle, as he only has two left. Two Pokemon that can't necessarily take much hits. Scizor, ooh, doesn't quite take out Quick Evolve. Aqua Step, yep, takes out Scizor in one hit, but that Salt Cure will take out Quick Evolve. allowing Marc to at least have taken out 3 of Kick Rox's Pokemon. Now, all Marc has left is that Iron Valiant against Kick Rox's Kingambit, and Iron Valiant is does not have that much HP left. Fairy type, Terra type coming out from Kingambit. Sucker Punch doesn't finish it off, and neither does that Moonblast on Kingambit, but this should be it. Kick Rox should pick up the win, and he does against the UPF World Champion. That is a massive win for Kick Rox, and could be leading to a future UPF World Championship match. Marc Cameron kind of being humbled right now against Kick Rox. We'll see how he can pick this up against seemingly the new challenger, Lutra, and where this will take him now.
Marc Cameron wants a multi-battle with me and Lutra. Now that does sound interesting. You know, I wasn't originally planning on accepting any new challenges, but this actually sounds like fun. And then I think it'll give Don Pokemon a chance to redeem himself. So you know what? I accept. I think that this will be a lot of fun. But I do have a condition for you, Marc Cameron. I want you to bring everything that you have. I don't want any excuses. I want you to practice. Because God knows that I do not want to have to hunt down any remaining remnants of your ego when I'm done here. I want you to try. For once in your life, I want you to bring everything that you have. Good luck, Marc Cameron. You're going to need it.
Welcome to today's main event, everybody. We have Don Pokemon facing off against Uncle Hyoga, where Don will be once again trying to get a win with his team of all 6 Dittos so that he can be freed from Thruxie's prison. And this is a 6v6 exhibition battle taking place in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And let's hope Don fares a bit better this time than he did against the champion Marc Cameron. Definitely a tough battle as your first one for freedom against the UPF World Champion. So, Hyoga starts off with Dragonite, while Don starts off, of course, with Ditto. Now, one thing to note with these Ditto is that none of them have Imposter, so Don has to waste a turn in order to transform into the other Pokemon to actually make use of these Ditto. And right off the bat, Don's down 2 Ditto. That is not good for Don's chances in this battle against a Dragonite of all Pokemon. 3 Dittos are down. Don needs to do something. He needs to train up these Ditto, make them viable, give them their hidden ability, instead of just hoping for the best with the Ditto that he has. I feel like Don has the resources to be able to train up these Ditto, make them viable, because a team of all Dittos doesn't sound too bad if you know how to utilize them. Dragonite missed with the Dragon Rush, and finally Don gets off the transform with that normal terrestrialization. And he gets off a Dragon Rush onto that Dragonite, almost takes it out. So close, down to about 1 HP, and Don himself is down to 2 HP. So now it's down to who is the fastest. Will Don be able to get 1 knockout before he sees his fate lie before him in this battle? And Hyoga uses the Dragon Terrestrialization, uses Safeguard instead of Dragon Rush. Interesting choice. Could have gotten the elimination, perhaps 6-0 Don, but no. Dragonite is now out for the count, and his Salamence is in. I forget the name of the Salamence from this game. So now another Ditto's in. Don has 2 Ditto left. Dragon Claw coming out. Ditto is now down, and Don has one last chance to secure the victory and climb back into this. Dragon Claw coming out. Ooh. I feel like this is not going to end well for Don. He needs to figure out how to make this team work, how to train up the team, and make it so it is viable against a regular opponent. These Ditto should not have their regular ability. He needs to train them. Otherwise, he will not be free. Alright, thank you all for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Hello, Donald.
Darksea, please just let me out. I'll do whatever. I'll quit the UPF. I'll quit Pokemon.
Don, enough. You've been granted a blessing. Marc Cameron might help you out.
Mark? What? How?
You and him against myself and my protege. As I have agreed with Mark, if you two win, you will be granted your freedom. If I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up.